New Queen Street going to be kicking things off, as you already mentioned. Then we'll move into Gibraltar, then go to Midtown, Oasis, and Colosseo. I could see all 5 of these maps playing if both teams kick things off completely fired up.
And there's 2 good dive maps in there as well between Gibraltar and Oasis. So question mark will be on the Hangzhou Spark as we get through the series. Does Goose Ray see any playtime today, or is Bernard going to end up playing some of those dive heroes instead? He has brought out that Wrecking Ball on previous occasions. It's been reasonable. I wouldn't say it's the most amazing Wrecking Ball that we've ever seen. The Doomfist as well, something that Bernard has played. But Smurf, he's played everything across the board so far. I mean, we gave Smurf play the match in the previous series as well, deservedly so. He's been, I think, the top performing tank of any team so far in Overwatch 2 in the 2022 season.
Maybe I'm crazy and I'm having a brain fade right now. I don't know if you mentioned this, Avril. If you did, I'm so sorry. But I just realized that Architect is in right now and he's playing Ana.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even see that. Like,
I
really?
I just looked at my screen. I was scanning across the top. Like, yeah, what are the comps going to be? That's Architect. That's him.
Wow.
Okay, we have an Architect spotting, ladies and gentlemen. Our bad for not catching that sooner. We're just so used to not seeing him that we weren't ready for this.
Well, okay. I mean, I even joked in the preseason that, Architect, he could actually flex over towards the Ana as well. We know that he does play a bit of flex support. Hasn't been playing the DPS role because, well, Shy and Alpha have just been so astoundingly good. Speaking of which, Shy opened up the first blood.
That he is. Nice headshot there on a Prophet, shutting down the Tracer. Fits as well. Look for the Sombra. Building up for that EMP rather quickly. Sport going to be finding another kill here in response. So as Shy goes down, looks for the punch, can't quite find Alpha Yi. He dashes out just in time. Pulse Bob now just 22% away. Dive into the back line. Smurf helping to find the elimination there on Irony. Nice follow-up shot from Creative. Now helping to keep everybody topped up as well as getting the kills. But Smurf seemingly going a little bit too deep. Alpha Yi does manage to find that elimination. Bot for now, not going to be contested by pretty much anybody. Prophet will move his way over there and start shoving this forward.
Also, take a look over to the other side of things. Fitz nearly onto the EMP, and that's the other hero that he's kind of known for, right? Not a particularly strong pick in this particular meta. We saw Lip bring up the Sombra yesterday on King's Row. Not really that great. I mean, if Lip can't get it done on Sombra, then who can? Maybe Fitz. See if he can get it done, because Smurf has first blood of this fight onto Bernard. So Dynasty might get some good distance here without having to spend too much.
Good pickups coming through so far. Once more, the bot is going to be sat in a bit of a neutral position, getting ushered back across. Fitz, however, going to get picked off early by Shy. Nice good kill to find. Follows a second there. His Smurf is going to be taken down as well. Cannot keep the Doom alive, and now the bot going to start moving into Dynasty's territory as Shy just continues to open things up. Where he was looking a little wobbly at the beginning of the last series, he is absolutely on fire right now.
Yeah, not even on the Sojourn either. I mean, he's been one of the top performing Sojourns that we've had so far this particular stage. I mean, even looking at stats, he's actually #1 for railgun accuracy at 61% average across all his games played. And if you're curious, Kai's at like 59 or something like that. So he's the only one above 60 even. Playing the Ashe first and foremost. Bob available now. Fitz trying to set up this EMP dive. We know that Prophet and Smurf can dive together. Now Smurf needs to arrive with Fitz.
Haven't been able to see them yet. Okay, there's going to be the hack into the back. Prophet is dead, though. He's not going to be a part of this dive. Maybe it's still going to work a treat, though, and it does. Fitz comes up with both kills with the help of Smurf. Went up into the air with the Meteor Strike. Dropped that back down. Now looks for Shy. Will finds him. Bot, in the meantime, has more than doubled the distance gain. This Transcendence used by Vindheim. Not sure exactly what was threatening him there. Maybe Alfie got on top of him, didn't quite notice. The Bob was also out, so that could have done it, I suppose. You see the minefield used by Bernard up into the high ground, so Smurf doesn't want to jump up into that nonsense. Instead, the bot will just get shifted back. Dynasty now looking to regain some distance.
It won't take them too long to get there. I mean, they have still a Nano coming online, and Prophet known to get a lot of sticks. His stick percentage yesterday was above 60%, 2 out of 3. Well, Alpha E will respond with his first pulse bomb. First and foremost, Hangzhou Spark already putting Seoul Dynasty behind.
I think it's the second. He found Vindheim before, I believe. Prophet now going to be throwing one down, doesn't get a stick, and ends up dying. Shy finding that elimination once more. That's going to be bot taken out of the hands of the Seoul Dynasty. At least it should be here in a moment. Nano Boost goes through. Fitz got slapped. Irony finds the elimination. Vindheim answering back. Now looks for Alpha. He clips him in the leg, and it's enough to kill. Good pickoffs coming through, and the Dynasty can actually continue this push. It looked like it was slipping through their fingers, but they do manage to stabilize.
That's the thing about the Seoul Dynasty, right? They don't have the extra support plays. Jonak's already gone from the roster, so Vindame has to set up and play one of these flex supports. Hangzhou Spark to at least flex Architect into the lineup to try something out. Well done by Vindame to collect those kills to allow the Seoul Dynasty now to get 40 meters, 6 away now from evening things up and overtaking. Still waiting for some ultimates from the Seoul Dynasty. Nano now burnt from the Hangzhou Spark.
Yep, those get thrown out there on Alpha Yi. He has to recall out there the ante, forcing him back. Pulse Bomb nearly online once more for him. Now has it. See if he decides to use it here. We'll just go ahead, kill off Smurf, trade of the tanks. Pulse Bomb not going to be able to find a stick this time around. Shifted back with just 2 meters the distance. The difference right now is Bob will take down Vinheim. Big kill there from Shy. As the cleanup comes through and the Spark can once more usher this back across and look to gain an even larger stretch lead.
Yeah, I mean, they had the Nano there to play through and, like you said, put onto Alpha Yi, who collected the kills required for the Hangzhou Spark. Once again, winning things out, preventing the Seoul Dynasty from getting that flip. Still 5 minutes remaining, so the 50% mark of the map has now been found. Next EMP online for Fitz as well. I need to be able to counter that one pretty soundly with that Transcendence when required.
Launcher shifted back across. Spark not really concerning themselves with trying to gain much more distance. They just want to keep it on Dynasty's side of the map. Nano goes out onto Smurf. He goes diving into the back line. Transcendence going to be popped there from Irony. Trying to keep everybody alive. Meteor Strike finding just a little bit of damage on the Architect. The punch is there, and the follow-up shot comes through. They find 2 eliminations. Smurf going to be taken down by Shy, who still has to be feared because of that. A headshot flies across, catches Prophet in the skull. Now he looks for a little bit more creative out in the open. The dink is there. Nate comes down to try to keep himself alive. Another tap will do it. Just needs to line him up. Creative, fancy footwork there. Buys a lot of time, but Shy gets him in the end. The trance is out from Vinheim once more. Shy, he won't find the kill, but he may as well have. Alpha E just scoops it for himself, and once more, the Spark are keeping the bot locked onto this half of the map.
Well, that's a huge turnaround as well, because for Shy, all he needs to do is get a couple of frags. Even if they lose that fight, it forces Seoul Dynasty to play defensively, wait for respawns. Great force by Fitz and Seoul Dynasty to get the initial Transcendence out of Irony, but the Vindame ends up trancing as well, so it's traded, and Vindame, you gotta say, ends up wasting because he just dies. Creative just dies as well. Seoul Dynasty still in the back for 3 minutes and a half now. 15 meters nearly found for the Hangzhou Spark, and so many ultimates coming online. Still waiting for this EMP.
Waiting for the EMP, the pulse bomb from Prophet, not finding anything. Hack goes out on a Shy. A little bit of damage out onto him, but nothing really worth writing home about. Smurf going to be taking low, pulse bomb lobbed in. Won't get the kill, but still, with the help of Irony, they do take down Smurf. Prophet dead to the minefield as well. They've only found Shy in all of this mix. Yeah, that's your primary target. That's the guy you want to be killing, but everybody else is falling to the wayside on the side of the Dynasty. The bot is being stolen away by Fitz. Keeps it on the Spark side of the map here, buys a little bit of extra time for the respawns to come through, and has the translocate out. So it's a cheeky play. It's much of what we were seeing you know, from just yesterday, but it's still them in a deficit.
I mean, it's a page out of Fusion's playbook, right? What we saw 2 days ago when Spark played Fusion, that actually kind of cost them at multiple points their win on New Queen Street and potentially Coliseum as well. So that definitely allows the Seoul Dynasty to come back in.
Okay, there's the EMP. They managed to isolate, eliminate Alpha Yi. Shy going to be nanoed here for the moment, but looks like everybody else just widely trying to avoid him. Coach Gun will blast Smurf away. Doesn't want that Doomfist getting in on top of him when he's low HP. Dynamite not going to be able to find anything either. The jump forward, the hack comes out. They're looking to try to get this kill. Everything basically being forced in onto Shy, but it's not going to be enough healing to keep him alive. Irony popping that trance, really just trying to save the Ashe, and doesn't come to fruition. Comes up just shy of the mark. Pile driver interrupted, I do believe. Bernard now going to be finished off, and this is a big opening here for the Dynasty to finally gain a lead. Chasing coming through. They get the stagger kill onto Architect. So they can continue this push and maybe even make it to that checkpoint off this one.
Yeah, well, they should be able to overtake here, right? Because here we go, 52 meters gain. Seoul Dynasty don't lose anybody. A further stagger to Irony as well. I mean, that just, it goes from bad to worse for the Hangzhou Spark. They failed to cap on their own side of the map, or rather into the Seoul Dynasty territory. Fitz steals the payload backwards. Hangzhou Spark can't really do anything with it. Seoul Dynasty now, they had the payload control the entire time. The bot was in their hands, so as soon as they win the fight, they get a stagger, they get the cap, and they get the flip.
Yep, this has now become their game to lose. If they can just hold on to this lead, they should be sitting pretty. Bot gains just a little bit of extra distance there as Alpha Yeet narrowly taken down. have been catastrophic so far. He's been pretty damn good with these pulse bombs. Let's see if he can find another high-value one. Instead, actually, it's going to be Smurf, who's out in the middle of nowhere. Ends up going down. Prophet trying to get in on top of Shine. Once more to try to find that elimination. Instead, they'll turn the sights over on to Irony. Now, Architect as the supports will fall. Drop back out. Now 45 seconds remaining. The bot continuing to advance forward. Creative going to be eliminated by Bernard, but he will go ahead and die as well. Vintame, while the Transcendences might not have been too great, has been kind of fragging. Gets 3 in that fight, and now the Dynasty continue to stretch their lead.
Another EMP online as well, and Spark have spent all their ultimates. Advanced scouting by Fitz now, since everybody on the back line. And for Seoul Dynasty, again, they don't even need to really push too much further. 77.99, let's make 78. It's fine, it'll do. We're about to head into overtime. Spark are the ones that have to push during the OT, so if Fitz or anybody can just get a couple of frags, it will be over.
There's the hack looking for Shy once more. It goes into the EMP, they get the amplified damage out. Shy absolutely vanishes. He's effectively been the win condition, and now everybody is just wiped off the face of the map. Alpha pushed away. The final shot from Smurf will be the finisher, and Dynasty pull the rug out from beneath the Hangzhou Spark. While they might not have had that much of a lead as far as the meterage was concerned,
yeah,
they were just winning out so many fights, but suddenly a switch got flipped in the Dynasty. They showed up to play.
It's about momentum as well, right? You have a situation where Hangzhou Spark win enough fights in Seoul territory